Yesterday, I spent the better part of an hour typing up a status, and it got deeper than I thought it would get. So it was longer than I thought it would be. And I get to the bottom of this post, and the screen reads error. And then the status comes back and it was blank. And I know exactly why that happened. So, what I was saying in that status was that we often don't have conversations about mental health until someone has had a mental breakdown or someone commits suicide. And that is especially in the Black and brown community. When we talk about mental health, we talk about it from therapy and pharmaceuticals, but we don't really talk about mental wellness. While therapy, and I don't get me wrong, I'm not discounting therapy. Therapy has done great things for people. Pharmaceuticals has done great things for people. I never was on pharmaceuticals like ever, but therapy did not work for me. I think I went to 3 or 4 different therapists over the course of my life, and I got nothing from any of them. Personally, I have great people in my life, but I have never felt comfortable enough to express to them how dark my dark places have been. And aside from God, I have fought my battles, my hardest, my darkest battles on my own. The most mental growth I've experienced was when I hired my first life coach. And I think the progress that I experienced came because instead of focusing on all the things that went wrong in my past, my coach gave me activities, habits, and the biggest of all is the realization that focusing on the future will help you move forward. Within 2 weeks, and that's 2 sessions, within 2 weeks of working with my coach, with my first coach, I experienced relief from a negative thought cycle that I was in for 2.5 years. I was replaying the same situation over and over in my head for 2.5 years. Within 2 weeks, I had activities, I had practices that helped me to get relief from that. By the time our 12 weeks were over, I was completely relieved from that cycle. I was able to recognize where I was going wrong, how I kept replaying the same situation over, and how focusing forward and not backwards helped me to take steps moving forward and steps into the direction that I want to go in. And that is the biggest reason why I became a coach. I already wanted to become a life coach before I experienced coaching, but then after, I wanted that result for people. We get taught, and I think my pet peeve about therapy is that when I went to therapy, and this does not need to speak for anybody else's experience, but when I went to therapy, my absolute pet peeve was at the end of the session, they had asked questions that got me to open up the pain of my heart. And after I finished my sentence, they said, "The hour's up. Will it be cash or charge? You can pay in the reception area." That didn't sit right with me. So I say all this to say we need to be actively seeking and promoting mental wellness. Just like there are things we can do to prevent physical ailments, preventable physical ailments, we don't have to wait until we have a heart attack to stop eating so much sugar and fat. We don't have to wait until we have a mental breakdown or someone commits suicide to pay attention to our mental health. There are things that we can incorporate in our days. There are practices and habits that we can incorporate in our day that promotes mental wellness. It's important. Your mind runs your life. You are where you are because of the thoughts that you have thought, because of the habits that you have, and because of the thoughts that you continue to dwell upon and think about. On February 22nd, I'm opening my program, and it's called Big Question Creators. And in this program, there will be weekly meetings, activities, books, just a plethora of resources to encourage mental wellness. I got to the end of my post. I said all of that and then some. I got to the end of and it happened again, and I get a phone call. And my tablet is on Do Not Disturb. And I'm not supposed to get calls from people who are not in my contacts, and yet making this video, I just got interrupted. I say this to say, just like how I was typing the status in my whole thing, the whole status, the page, Facebook refreshed and deleted everything. Listen, they don't want us to have mental wellness, especially as people of color. But I'm here. So there will be free and paid versions of this program. I look forward to launching. I've been working on it. And now all of this, last night, this phone call that just came through that's not supposed to come through, it's over. It's over. So, to conclude, mental wellness is a thing. If you need support, feel free to hit me up. My messages are always open. I might be slow to respond, but I will respond. My YouTube, my Instagram, my website, and my blog, I'll leave links to everything in the, I don't know how, description, comments. I'll leave links to everything. The Creators Toolbox is my blog, so that has free resources, videos, articles, just things that can open your mind, that begin to help you to think differently. And my YouTube and my Instagram, I always have daily affirmations. My Instagram, I have a lot of affirmations. All the cards are all affirmations. And my YouTube, I have meditations, affirmations, videos, and a lot more is coming. So this battle that we are fighting right now, is a battle of the mind. Don't be defeated. Don't be defeated. You got this.